Greetings, friends. I wanted to follow up on the video that I shot recently called They're Gone, which was about the closure of GAK, G-A-K, and BAX, B-A-X. I really wasn't expecting 140,000 views and 3,000 comments. It's absolutely something that people wanted to talk about. What I want to do as much as possible is to help the people that run these little stores to develop and change and move with the times. A lot of people care. There's a huge amount of positive sentiment towards a local guitar store. The good news for Europe and European stores is that there are now more than 100 million worth of trade back into the market looking for a home to purchase. So if you run a music store in Europe, kind of now is the time to try and secure some of that market share. Guitar stores have really developed into two different kinds of store. You have these great big giant sort of, huge legacy stores like the Sweetwaters, the Thomann, that do an amazing job and they sell everything you need and they are there for you 24/7. And then we have the smaller local stores that service the community. They are a gathering place. This is really where musicians are born, created. And the bigger boys need these smaller independent local stores to service the local community and keep it going and growing musicians for them to have a trade. Guitar stores and music stores in general, and the comment section would pretty much agree here, need to shift more into the community hub for musicians. There's a real definite demand for local community hubs. If I've learned anything in my time at Chapman Guitars, it's been that collaboration is key. And I think a lot of the way through this will be for the local stores to communicate with the people in their location and ask them what they want, what they need, and what they can do for them. And I had this kind of coffee shop concept in my mind. And actually, when I looked at the comment section, quite a few other people came up with a similar kind of vibe, which is that a place where musicians can hang out is what the community wants a lot more of from a local store. For example, my local guitar store, they have a selection of whiskies and gin and wine and coffee. And I said to them once, do you have a license to sell this? And they went, we don't sell it. If we like a customer, if they come in regularly and they're the right age and they want to have a shot of whiskey while they're trying a Les Paul, fine. If they want to have a coffee or a cup of tea, no problem, it's on us. And if the coffee shop concept is what people want, why not take it to the nth degree? Like a discount card, a loyalty card scheme, where if they buy their strings from you regularly, they get a discount long term. There are lots of ways of approaching it, but effectively, people are asking, it seems, for more of a collaborative, relaxed, social environment. I did see quite a number of people saying that one of the reasons they don't go into a guitar store is that they feel embarrassed or intimidated to try the gear. And I think that's a real issue. People nowadays maybe don't want to be watched while they're playing. And I know in Andertons, they tackle this by having these small soundproofed booths with a little amplifier. You go in and you can play to your heart's content and the noise is contained. They're really small, but they're very effective. And I would highly recommend that, because you might find that somebody who is intimidated to play in front of a whole store, look, if you don't play, that's a scary thing. Even when I was a kid, picking up my first yellow Yamaha guitar, I was nervous to play it in the store and try it out, but obviously I was encouraged to. But having these little booths, I think it gives the person the opportunity to try something in an environment where they feel more relaxed and more comfortable, and then it's easier to make that purchase decision. Everybody mentioned tuition, a focus on being a learning educational hub. Look, we know you can find everything you need on the internet nowadays. I must have 100, 200 plus guitar lessons on YouTube, but it's not the same as having a real life guitar teacher, an educator there to move that wrist, to alter the ergonomics and make you fit the instrument and inspire you. I used to shake with excitement to go into the back of Stag Music in Trowbridge to a smelly cigarette stinking shed where I had guitar lessons from Matt Evis, who taught me how to shred in the shed. It was the most exciting thing I did when I was 16. You want to be an area where people feel they can go and hang out. For example, in Brighton, there's an amazing rehearsal space called Brighton Electric, and they used to sell guitar strings and picks, and I ended up buying all my accessories from Brighton Electric because I would go there to rehearse. Sometimes I would go there to hang out, to relax, have a coffee, meet other musicians, that kind of thing, which I think really speaks volumes about what musicians want. They want that social element. Something else I thought of recently is that there's no reason why an independent music store couldn't endorse local heroes. Now, these could, for example, be, you know, outstanding guitar teachers that have been teaching the community for 20 years plus or whatever. Maybe they get a string deal. Or it could be up and coming bands that are really doing well, playing the sort of local circuit, you know, ready to go for it. They're not signed, but they need, you know, free picks. It can be small, but it can be, you know, a badge of honor, and it can be something that stimulates the community. There's no reason why, when you brand your guitar store and you're really focusing on the brand of what you do, that you can't include artists in that. After all, if you are a brand, that's what brands do. They interface and work with the artistic community to get the best out of them and help and support them. I would encourage people to comment any suggestions they have for their local stores to really think about and absorb in this kind of new phase. Because like I said, look, like it or not, if GAC and BACs have gone, and obviously in America you've lost some pretty big stores recently too, all that money is back in the market looking for a home. Now is the time to look at the opportunity there. Have a great day. Chappers out.
Welcome one and all. Put your feet up, relax, and make yourself a hot caffeinated beverage. Let's listen to some good old time rock and roll. Here's Rob Chapman with One Thing I Feared.
It's no use cutting if your knife's not sharp, like it's no good loving if you've got no heart. I got the things that are precious to me, I keep the things that are mine. Love of strong woman, love of strong woman. Yeah, you know it's true. One thing I feel, set me free to roam my road. Put me up and leave me alone.
Well, friends, it's been an absolute pleasure to play some tunes for you. Don't forget, never lie down with dogs and get up with fleas. Take it easy, stay rock and roll, and stay listening to Chappers Radio.